Hey singers, I'm vocal coach Sophie Shear coming to you from my Nashville coaching studio, and I wanted to give a quick warm-up for worship or church singers. This is something that you can take along with you. Grab your phone, warm up in the car on the way to your rehearsal or on the way to your first service of the morning. This will really help you set up your voice so that all of the songs that you're singing feel easy and comfortable, and that you really feel prepared in your mind and in your voice. First exercise, this one is called the lip roll. What I want you to do here is just toggle back and forth between a low octave and a high octave. So find a note that's really comfortable for you, and you're just going to say, you notice my lips are poked out really, really heavily towards the front of my face so that the wet, fleshy part is what's touching. And I'm actually pushing up and forward with my fingers here to help facilitate that. And then I'm kind of dropping my larynx down. This is actually coming out in sort of a dopey tone. This keeps it from getting squeezed and squished on the very highest notes. Notice as well, there's no tightness in my jaw. I'm not clenching my teeth at all. You want to keep this really, really free. It's for freedom that we've been set free. So really embrace that. You don't want to actually feel like you're working very hard on this at all. So do this up and down your range until it's very, very comfortable and very smooth and clean. Okay, the second exercise is a hung. Now this kind of sounds whiny, which might turn you off a little bit, but trust me, it's going to go somewhere. It's going to make more sense in the end. So the hung is actually practicing a register that is neither chest nor head voice. So we're actually doing something completely new here, completely different from low notes or high kind of softer notes. So this is going to actually allow you to get high notes that are a little bit more powerful, kind of what people would consider as full voice. But it's not going to feel like you're straining or squeezing for this to happen. It's actually going to make it quite easy. So I want you to do this on a 5-tone scale. You're going to say hung. Couple of things to remember. There's air passing through the nose the whole time. This keeps it from getting too pinched or a little too constricted. Second thing is you want to make sure that your tongue stays fully relaxed in the front of your mouth here, almost like kind of touching up against the back of the bottom teeth. So hung, the back of the tongue will close against the roof of the mouth, but the front of the tongue doesn't really do anything. Hung. If you notice that this gets really tight and you're straining a little bit, take your thumb and push it up underneath your chin muscles to keep the swallowing muscles from being active. Hung, hung. Embrace the whininess. Hung, hung. And do that up and down. Take the hardest song in your set, the one that you're most worried about, and make sure you know where the high note is. Then take this exercise all the way up past that note and then back down. So you know that every tool that you need for this song is in your tool bag. So like I said, that one is actually a little bit whiny, but now we're going to do an exercise that balances it and kind of combines some other elements of your voice, like chest voice, which is just your kind of normal low talking singing range. Yeah. And it's going to blend in your head voice, which is like, ooh. So this exercise is going to combine all of that with the hung, that sharper element, that kind of voice that kind of cuts through the entire band. That's what we want to do here. So you're going to say, ma, 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 ma. If you really break it down, you can hear the, yeah, the whoo, and the hung. All three represented in that sound. Ma, 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 ma. Again, fully embracing my freedom here, physically in my body, also in my mind. Ma, 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 ma 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 ma. All right, so now we get back to that song, the one song in the set that you're kind of worried about. It's happened to everyone. It's happened to me. So what I want you to do is take the melody of this song and kind of combine all these pieces together by switching out the lyrics for a different exercise that, especially if you're singing high notes, it'll really, really help to kind of uncover where that's going to fit in your voice. So I want you to say ma, slightly different from the ma, little bit more of that pharyngeal. So if you had a ratio, if you could measure the ratio of each of these three pieces that we're combining here, in the ma, you're going to increase the ratio of that pharyngeal voice, or the hum, you're going to increase that just a little bit so it gives it even more bite and even more power. So ma 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 That is a great stepping stone to transition into the lyrics. What a beautiful name it is! What a beautiful name it is! Don't worry if it sounds a little whiny to your ears. As you can hear in my voice, it doesn't strike you as all Bugs Bunny or anything, okay? It has just enough of that bitey aspect without taking a toll on my voice. What a beautiful name it is! Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is, the name of Jesus. So, if you've tried all of that and your voice is still sounding a little too whiny or a little too bitey or thin for your taste, then just replace that ma with the muh that we did earlier. Ma 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 ma, and then transition to the lyrics from there. What a beautiful name it is! Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is, the name of Jesus. It gives you a little bit more warmth. So play around with it. Each voice is different. We're each made uniquely. And so just figure out what works for you. And you can always ask your worship pastor's advice or someone else in your team. And if you can't quite gauge what's really feeling the best for you, ask someone else on your team. A and B it for them. Hey, which one sounds better to you, this or that? Then they can really give you some honest advice. And then take it. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope that helped. But if you're looking for something with more structure to warm up to, then I would highly recommend the Vocal Primer CD. There's one for the male singers and one for the female singers. You can go to thevocalprimer.com to check that out. And it's got most of the exercises that we did today, plus several more. We'll give you a full, complete warm-up to save your voice from strain, to reach higher notes, and to add power without really feeling weighed down. Thanks. I'll see you next time.